I was a strange kid. I was slow to learn to write because I had so much to say and not enough words for it. I was like a caveman perhaps. All I could do was paint pictures on the walls because language had not been invented yet. But when I learned finally, I couldn't get enough of it. I would write all the times, on the walls and the floors, and there were times I wished I had a giant pencil long enough to reach the ceiling so I could scribble on it before I said au revoir to the world. I loved going to sleep because in my dreams, the ink never ran dry and the colors would, and I could have every color that I wanted and the glitter would never fade. But I had to wake up and go to school, you see. And like a slate dipped in water, my dreams would be wiped clean. But I was still happy. I had a pen in my pocket, you see. Stay in the lines! I can still remember my English teacher screaming at me. My words were like prisoners escaping from a chain gang. They ran away from the margins and they tried to hide in the spine, and they were often not the people she was looking for because they told tales of kings and queens when there were more important matters at hand. She got really angry one day and hit me on the hands. Pink turned to red with a sharp crack as ruler met flesh with a sharp crack. But I never registered the pain because the caveman had discovered fire, you see. I decided that I would write on my hands. And that day, I smiled so wide that I like to think it gave me a permanent mark right here on the left cheek. Do you? Okay, I'm too far for that. But anyway, that's where it began. I would write on my hands all the time. In a little folder in my mind lay 1,000 tales. Tales that had changed the world, tales that had ended wars, tales that I was proud of because no matter how broken and fractured they were my children, and these things are inherited, aren't they? But I was growing up, you see, and I had tighter lines to stick to. Slowly, reluctantly, I started waking up from this dream I had lived, rubbing sleep from my eyes, yawning and stretching, and living the stupid belief that 5 more minutes would have made a difference. I became busy, and the kings and queens all passed away, leaving dusty portraits that I hung in the corner in the back of my mind, the same corner where I hung that folder. It wasn't so bad, I guess. I was a prince. I was working my way up to being king. I had a fine castle. And I had a pretty nice chariot too. 3.2 liters of pure V8 power. Really proud of that. It all started making sense. It made as much sense as the dragons and fairies once did. The dreams faded away and I woke up. You know what? I guess there are no pencils large enough to reach the ceiling. And you can't have every color that you want. And glitter does fade away in a while. But that's okay. I'm at peace with myself now. I'm happy. I have what I want. I'm wearing a really nice tailored suit. I'm wearing a really nice watch with shorter seconds. But there's just one thing that bothers me. There's just one thing that makes me stay awake every night half an hour later than I should. My hands are always clean now. Thank you.